How's it going? My name is James and I'm back with another free VPN review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the free version of Windscribe. So I briefly mentioned this VPN in the Hotspot Shield review and decided to go revisit it and go in depth because Windscribe is one of the highest rated free VPNs out there and consistently tops 2019 lists of the best free VPNs available on the web. So we're gonna go in, put Windscribe through its paces, and hopefully you find something useful out of this video. So for starters, Windscribe is available on Windows, Mac, Android, and iOS with additional beta versions for Linux distributions like Ubuntu and Debian. And if that wasn't enough, Windscribe also has extensions for browsers like Chrome and Firefox. So there's pretty much a VPN coverage for almost anyone. As far as free VPNs go, Windscribe offers a very robust feature set. Their website kind of sums up a number of their features, which is organized by platform. In this case, you have general feature sets, desktop features, and then browser extensions. So there's a lot going on there. As far as VPN usage goes, you're initially granted 2 gigabytes of monthly VPN usage, but this is easily upgraded to 10 gigabytes from the get-go. All you have to do is confirm your email address upon signing up. So if you plan on using Windscribe, definitely just confirm your email. It'll take like a second and then you get 8 extra gigabytes. So there's that. So one advantage of Windscribe's free VPN over other free VPNs is the availability of multiple VPN servers. Where some free VPNs like Hotspot Shield offer limited server availability, Windscribe grants you access to 11 countries not limited to the US, Canada, France, Norway, and Europe, and even Hong Kong. So for a free VPN, there's a lot of flexibility as to where you connect through, and later in this review, we'll actually be performing a few speed tests to analyze some of the speed fluctuations between the servers. Moving along to the user interface itself, Windscribe is simple and takes up very little desktop space. You can even go as far as to call it cramped or fun size in comparison to other VPN offerings. Either way, it offers easy navigation of the multiple servers worldwide and also features just 2 switches, one to turn the VPN on as well as one at the bottom of the application to enable the unique firewall feature. So one of the standout features that Windscribe comes with, both free and premium, is the inclusion of a firewall. And this is in lieu of a kill switch. In my last review, I briefly explained the significance of having a kill switch, as well as the prevalence of kill switches in many VPNs nowadays. Pretty much, it's just another implement that helps safeguard data in the event that your VPN connection fails. Well, Windscribe's approach to safeguarding a VPN connection is through a firewall. In this particular case, the firewall is there to block all connectivity outside of the VPN connection. And in the event that it drops, no data packets leave the computer since the firewall effectively stops them. So all in all, it's a similar concept to the kill switch, but rather than shut down all internet connectivity, it pretty much just prevents data packets from leaving your PC via firewall. Windscribe actually claims this is a better method than a kill switch because rather than having a reactive measure in the event that your connection drops, a firewall is more so of a proactive layer of defense that you can enable 24/7. So with that said, after having talked about firewalls, I think that segues perfectly into the next segment which I wanted to talk about, which is security. Something I didn't cover in my last review, which was admittedly a huge oversight, and that's putting VPNs through a series of security tests. It goes without saying that when you're connected to a VPN or any sort of anonymity software, you want all that traffic that's flowing from your computer to move through your secure VPN connection. If anything leaks out of the VPN tunnel, well then any protection that your VPN affords you is essentially null and void. And the scary part is if there is some sort of leak, even if you're on a VPN, anyone trying to pilfer sensitive data from you will be able to log that data. So with that in mind, there are different levels of security tests that you can perform whilst on a VPN. Today, I'm just gonna go over a very simple but effective test that you can easily perform. I'll be using a website called ipleak.net, which is a great all-purpose, all-in-one testing site by AirVPN. And these tests basically check your VPN service against active IP leaks, DNS leaks, and WebRTC leaks. And without going too in-depth, IP leaks are pretty self-explanatory. It's when your actual public IP address is visible even whilst being on a VPN. In the event of a DNS leak, when you access any website like Crunchyroll or Google or McDonald's, I don't know, rather than the server seeing your supposed VPN IP, the leak gives away your public IP, which then becomes associated with the websites that you're visiting. WebRTC is a protocol that essentially lets you have a P2P connection via your browser. Google Hangouts is a great example of this protocol, and this is done via communication channels, which can incidentally bypass your encrypted VPN tunnels and unfortunately discover your actual public IP. So basically what you want to do is connect to your preferred VPN server, and after that, hop onto ipleak.net. And when you do so, you should automatically start running the check. If you're connected through your VPN, IPleak should only show the IP address that's provided to you by your VPN. If the check runs and your public IP shows up in any of these tests whilst you're on the VPN, it's a pretty clear sign that there's a leak going on. I tested Windscribe against IPleak on various available free servers in the United States as well as overseas, and they pretty much all passed with flying colors. None of the tests leaked my actual public IP address, nor produced any positive DNS or WebRTC leaks. And just for added redundancy, which is always a good measure, I ran a few tests on another useful website called DNS Leak Tests, and it pretty much yielded the same results. So to put things simply, rest assured that Windscribe VPN is very secure as far as free VPNs go. All right, so moving along to VPN speed, I put Windscribe through a series of speed tests courtesy of Ookla. And to come up with my benchmark, I tested my normal connection whilst off of Windscribe, or the VPN, and I averaged a ping of 12, 83.67 megabyte download speed, and 8.55 megabyte upload speed. Whilst on the VPN, I then ran speed tests in 4 servers located in the United States, as well as 4 servers overseas. In the States, the Seattle server performed the best at 47 ping, 73 megabyte download, and 5 megabyte upload, which is no surprise since I'm located on the West Coast in LA. On the other hand, New York understandably showed slower stats and averaged 119 ping, 55.6 megabyte download, and 1.54 megabyte upload. And by the way, the speed test that you see on the screen, it doesn't do New York justice. I actually took a bunch of different tests and averaged them together. But altogether, the US servers averaged about 71 ping, 63.69 megabyte download speed, and 3.62 megabyte upload speed. Compared to my baseline in the US, that is a 491% decrease in ping, 24% decrease in download speed, and a 57% decrease in upload speed. In comparison, testing the servers from the UK, Oslo, Paris, and Hong Kong, Windscribe averaged about a 185 ping, 48.3 megabyte download speed, and 1.25 megabyte upload speed. That roughly equates to a 1,441% ping decrease, 42 and 85% decrease in download and upload speed respectively. Overall, the numbers understandably indicate slower speeds, especially overseas, and this can obviously be a hindrance if you do a lot of streaming or downloading, especially on long distance servers. In my personal testing, I would typically just select the best location server, and I had a pretty decent browsing experience. So lastly, I thought we'd take a look at Windscribe's settings menu, and unlike our previously reviewed Hotspot Shield free VPN, Windscribe has a lot more meat to its settings menu, which is nice for those out there who prefer to tweak settings and have a more customized VPN experience within the client. So in the General tab, you'll find some basic visibility settings, as well as the option to allow LAN traffic when the firewall is on. Nice if you still throw Halo 2 LAN parties. Slayer. In the Connection tab, you're able to configure Windscribe's Firewall feature and how it connects to Windscribe servers via different ports and protocols. By default, it connects via IKE v2, aka Internet Key Exchange version 2, which is typically the fastest connection, but you're also able to pivot to connectivity modes like UDP or Stealth if you want. The Proxy tab here allows you to configure a proxy network for your other devices. This is useful if you have devices or game consoles that support proxy servers, and you'd like for them to connect to your secure VPN connection. By the way, the page comes with a little warning for you not to touch it unless you know what you're doing. On top of the proxy network, you can also turn your computer into a secure Wi-Fi hotspot in the Share tab. Like the proxy server, this is mostly useful if you have internet-enabled devices like a PS4 or Xbox that don't natively support Windscribe apps, but you'd like for them to connect via your secure VPN. All right, so to wrap things up, I'd say that Windscribe's free VPN definitely lives up to the hype and accolades and offers one of the most complete free VPN packages out there. With its extensive feature set and added security thanks to its Firewall feature, it's one of the best free VPNs that you could use right now. At 10 gigabytes of monthly usage, if you're someone who does a lot of casual browsing, or maybe you work from public places often like the Starbucks near you and you don't already have a VPN, I would highly consider giving Windscribe a go for that added layer of security. So I hope you found this review useful, and if you did enjoy it, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could drop the video a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment section below what other VPNs you'd like us to take a closer look at next, and if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe. Again, I'm James, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!